Namaskar Aditya and welcome to PTI.
Namaskar.
So how is the new blockbuster Dhurandhar and the kind of love you are receiving?
It's a beautiful feeling. I think the film is doing well. The entire cast, crew, the entire franchise, the brand has turned out really well. The audience are loving it. There is huge craze of the film. People are wanting to just get the tickets and go to the cinema halls and explore what is going to happen. So the craze is on. हौसला ईंधन बदला ये 3 lines चल रही हैं and the digital world has gone mad. So yes, Dhurandhar is all over the place.
And your character brings a lot of flavors in the storytelling of Dhurandhar. So I would like to know first how you got the film.
It's a long process. I was in Delhi and one day I got a call from Mukesh Chabra's office that we like to audition you for a character. And this is that time of my life where I was not very active into acting. I kind of left it long back. I was doing my own business. I was running an ad agency. So, I was constantly busy in my own business, things, work. But while he said that, this character really matches you, you should really give it a try. अच्छा लगेगा आपके ऊपर. His name is Pankaj, who's Mukesh Chabra's associate. So I said, ठीक है भाई आप कह रहे हो तो let's give it a try. I will like to give it a try. I auditioned for it, re-auditioned for it, and then they called me into their office to kind of have a look test. And then one day I finally got a call that you're locked for this one. So please get started and let's start the preparations.
You already knew that it is for the Dhurandhar or they have not mentioned the name?
No, they did not mention the name of the film because it was very, very close-knit people who knew the entire project. But I was told that the film is it's going to be like this. These are the star cast and you'll be working very closely with Sanjay Dutt sir. You are his right hand. And how the character unfolds its character arc, its story, all of that was told later. But before audition, I just had a very, very nominal idea about what am I getting into and how is it going to look.
And how was your first meeting with the director, Aditya Dhar?
Well, this is an interesting question. Meeting Aditya Dhar sir was a change, is a paradigm change I would say in my life. Because while I met him, he was just a director, I was just an actor. But while working with him, I realized that he is a true genius, a man, a human being that you will fall in love with by default. There are some people with you work, like, you meet people professionally, you love their work, they're good at their work, and you appreciate them. But there are some people that you can just randomly keep looking at and you become a fanboy. And I think I had that kind of a moment with him because I really, really admire the man he is, the director he is, and at the same time the kind of vision that he had for the film and for all the characters that he has done. I think it's a great job.
And what was the briefing he gave you? What kind of things he wanted from you as an artist?
Yeah, that's an interesting thing that he told me. That Aditya, this character of Umar Haider is a very, very intelligent man. He's a well-read cop. He's an articulate guy. But he does what Chaudhary Aslam will ask him to do. So, if he says go right, if he says go left, just follow this. Because you are his man, his right hand. So that's what I did in the film. My intent and my character was built in such way. I kind of understood or researched in certain way that Umar Haider in real life was genuinely with him and he used to admire his boss. So I kind of went with a similar tone, followed with Mr. Aslam said. And as the story moved on and when Mr. Aslam wasn't part of the game, then I think real character of Umar Haider came out and stories start coming out and the major revelations happened through Umar Haider.
So did you do your kind of research for the role or you totally dependent on the script and the director?
I was given a decent material to study. I was also told to understand the character, how he does, not the mannerisms much, but about his positioning, how he is and what kind of man is. But every actor wants to do their own research. You want to go back to the past, understand where is he coming from, why would he say a thing, if he says, how would he say it, or, his interviews, his mannerisms, his style of talking and, how he kind of takes a certain thing or he responds in a certain way. So that's a little bit kind of research, that's an actor's job, so I also did a basic research.
What is the resource material you were given to? I mean, you just mentioned.
Oh, there were some YouTube interviews, there was a lot of data on internet so that I could go on and understand. There were some clips from the Operation Lyari that we could see. So it just gives you an understanding of the overall the environment, how they were operating in that era and what kind of things were happening. and how were they behaving in a certain way. And since it's based on true events, so you don't have a liberty to go out of your way or imagine something from your character, but to do what is the reality or just present the facts how they were.
And you were working alongside the Sanjay Dutt.
Yeah.
Got its own aura.
The man himself.
Yeah. So how was your first meeting with him and first day of the shoot?
Beautiful. It was beautiful, Supriya. Honestly, I was nervous, I was excited, at the same time thrilled that I am that lucky man who had an opportunity to stand next to him. Um, I don't see acting as, what kind of role you have, how big is it, how small is it. For me, we as Indian kids, we have all grown up watching him in a certain style, in a macho way. I tell it to everybody, my family or my relatives or my friends who keep asking me things now, that I used to have a VCR, I used to see his cassettes of films like Sajan, Adharm, Sadak and all of that. मैं रिपीट पे देखता रहता था. मैं उसके बाद देखने के बाद लंच में भी वही देखता था. Dinner पे also I used to watch the same content. So I was that big fan. So while standing next to him, I told him all this stories, sir, that I'm so well connected to you indirectly. You don't know me, but I know everything about you because I'm your fan. But he made me so comfortable being the star or the legend that he is. He made me so comfortable that I could easily be there, do my part. Made me very, very comfortable, and that's how two Punjabis talk. We were just like two Punjabis chilling. He was just like a fatherly figure, and I was like his man who was just doing the things that I was told to.
Is there a particular memorable scene or something happened which you would like to share with us?
There are many actually, but I loved the most important part that I loved was where when you've seen the film, you would have seen that Sanjay Dutt sir and Omar are sitting, and he says that Omar, tu dusri sadak se ja usko pakadne. Ab it's your time to rise and shine. So Omar thinks that whatever he's doing, he's such a nice man. He's doing it for me. So I was all excited, but the revelation comes something else. Audience get to see something else, and he says that Omar is going to go through a tough phase. Please send a bouquet of flowers at his place. And on the contrary, by the end of the song, we see that he puts the flower at his grave. So that's beautiful, and I think that's a very intelligent way how the scene, the film, and the narrative is set.
In the first part, Rahman Dekhe, your scenes were all together. So how was working with Akshay Khanna as you?
Lovely. A lot of people say he is introvert, he doesn't talk much. I had my maximum conversation with Akshay sir. He's very inviting, but you don't intervene into his space, An actor is in a certain position or a certain state of mind while he's working or doing a scene because he's constantly working on his character, he's doing his thing. He's reserved, but not that he doesn't talk. So he used to call me when he was free, whenever I was standing around under the sun, he would say that, why don't you come in and sit in? And I did not have a convoy of people helping me, supporting him. So sometime it rained and he randomly said, his boy that please offer him an umbrella, make him sit in my place. So he's very sweet that way, but he's very focused and diligent. I'm glad that I had an opportunity to work with him because I think he's a school himself. It was great to learn that how he picks up his lines and makes them so natural that you feel that this is how it would have been done. His lines are his lines. Nobody else can ape it. People can just try, but it's the brand Akshay Khanna who can only deliver it.
And also when we talk about Akshay Khanna, you said you had a maximum conversation with him.
A lot of
topics you discussed?
What not? We discussed everything that's happening around the political scenario, the affairs that were all hanging around. He used to ask me, where do I stay? How do I travel? Does it not become very difficult for me to do Delhi, Bombay, Delhi? So we were discussing everything. We were discussing food. So we discussed everything.
And the man of the hour, Ranveer Singh, how was working with him? And you had few scenes.
Yes, I have few scenes with him. It was wonderful to work with Ranveer Bhai because I think he is a great energy. He's a great man. I have told many people that he used to help me while doing my scenes because he's just not focused in making his scenes better, but making sure that whenever he's around monitors to make sure that all actors look good, they do their lines well, and the intent should come out. So that way he's very supporting, dedicated, diligent about his work. It was a very taxing role for what we see for Hamza. And I really don't think Supriya, anybody else could have pulled it off like he has done. Not because he is the part of the film or I've worked with him. I love lot many other actors who are contemporaries, but this is not for everybody. Only Ranveer Singh could have done a Hamza the way he's done it.
And Arjun Rampal?
Oh, yes, I've seen with him. He's amazing. He's a very chilled out guy. I kind of had my first ever scene that I shot in Dhurandhar was with Arjun Rampal, where I put that flower and he calls me and he says, Chaudhary Aslam तुम्हारी बहुत तारीफ करते थे, तो किसी भी चीज की जरूरत हो तो बोल देना. And I was like, thanks for supporting, because your senior is asking you to just do it nicely and come back to him whenever if it's needed. So beautiful scene. Immediately after the scene, I went to him. He was taking his makeup off, and I said, "Sir, it's a pleasant thing to work with you." And he's very chilled out. He said, "That's cool, man. You have a good time. Just do your thing." He's very, he doesn't want to sound very technical and all of this, so he's cool. And people like them make the other actors or the new actors feel very comfortable. And once you're comfortable on the set, your job is like half done and becomes very easy.
Entire film is about Pakistan, and there's lot, and you're bashing.
Yeah.
As an Indian, how do you just control that emotions of patriotic inside you and bring that character? I'm sure there's some kind of resistance and challenge, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is a challenge, but once you are in your character, you're thinking like one. And films are not done like stage, that once it's on, it's on. You keep taking cuts. But there were certain scenes which could disturb you, especially 2611 sequence, where you see that, for a lot many other actors also I can probably speak about, they would have felt that, playing a Pakistani person is very difficult, which is very sensitive to all the Indians. So yes, we were feeling little dark for a minute, but then you have to come out of it, and then you are very sensible as an actor, or you know how to detach yourself. That's part of your process, that you figure out a way that I have to just finish my work first, and it's work. But obviously sentiments are sentiments, so that's, I think, a great question. Yes, we were feeling little here and there, but then you come back and you start rolling again.
I would like to know where you were born and brought up, and how are you inclined towards acting?
I am born and brought up in Delhi. Delhi has been my hometown, so मैं एक दिल्ली का लड़का हूँ. हमेशा से we've been there, and so we love to do family hangouts, party, work with all my cousins. That's childhood. Then when I finished my 12th, I pursued journalism and mass communication. And 2009 it was. We were opening for looking for some roles in media, but it was a recession, so there was not much. But I kept doing something or the other. So joined a news channel where I was interning as a content coordinator. Then started hosting TV shows. Then went to Kingdom of Dreams, Gurgaon. Worked there for 3-4 years. It was a musical theatre where we were doing a show called Jhumru, and that's where I met Gaurav Gera, who was playing Alam in this film. So that's how I know him. And post that, again, couple of years in television. And then I started my marketing and ad agency in Gurgaon, which I'm currently also pursuing. So my agency, ad agency, and acting goes hand on hand these days.
So you said that you took a little break from the acting.
Little break.
So it's because of the opportunity you were not getting enough, or what kind of thing?
No, I was giving auditions, but I was constantly giving auditions with Mukesh sir, Mukesh Chhabra Casting Company. I also did a film called Omarta, in which I played a small character called Abu with Rajkumar Rao. But it was a small character, as in the presence was the small. But I was auditioning, but nothing worked out, nothing clicked well. And so you can't just keep your hands down and keep sitting, because I'm a married man, I have 2 kids, you got to take care of them, run the house. Your show is your show, and you have to constantly do something to evolve yourself. Even if you at work, you're always acting, right? Aren't you doing a character every day, like you are playing a character of a journalist, or we all are doing something or the other? So I thought, ठीक है, जिस दिन आएगा मौका उस दिन करेंगे. There would be a day, then life will give you an opportunity, and look how life gave you an opportunity, and how I don't think there would be a better way to get into films than doing Dhurandhar, thanks to Aditya Films and Mukesh Chhabra.
When you were selected for this role, did you know that this film is not going to be the normal kind of one of the? It's going to be something massive.
Yes, I was sure. Yeah, I had that feeling. I had that feeling because it was a great cast. It was a great director who was doing it, and his I've seen his subjects. I've seen his Article 370. I've seen Uri. I know he's a very strong man who comes with a conviction. So I know the film will do well. But honestly, Supriya, none of us would know that it would become the talk of the town or the probably now the nation. That the not just the nation, the globe is talking about it. It's doing some bizarre numbers outside, and everybody is watching it. When I go to YouTube, I see some reviews of international YouTubers who are just reviewing the film. I've never seen something like this before. So if given a chance to work in a film like this, small, big, little, in whatever capacity, I think I can only be thankful to good Lord that He's chosen me to be part of a project like this. And now since the part 2 has turned out so well, and the character has got so much of recognition, love, and support from the audience, I think life is sorted. I think you can't get better than this.
How was the time between the Dhurandhar 1 and Dhurandhar 2? Because Dhurandhar 2 gave you a different kind of leap altogether. But
Yeah.
the first was little,
Yeah, it was a little slower process. I'm just getting in the groove.
Yes. So how was the time between these two blockbusters of yours?
Very mixed feelings, Supriya. That's an interesting question because only I know what I was going through, because I shot part 2 first and part 1 was, so there was no parts actually. We were doing one film. Just the film got lengthier, and I think that's why the film is into 2 parts. Or I would probably not even know why is it like that. But I have shot everything and nothing was shown in part 1. So family was happy to see me that I'm introduced. But they were all asking that, is this it or there is more to Umar Haidar's character? So I said there is more, but I don't wanted to say because you don't know what happens at the edit. The films are eventually done on the edit table, and then you don't know what will come, what will not come. And when it came out, those 3 months, coming back to your question, were full of anxiousness, because you've done some work and it's not shown yet. You don't know how much will it be shown when it will come out, and everybody's looking up to it. Everybody wants to see you, but when it came, it's just blown everything.
So when did you saw the second film?
18th March.
Oh.
Yes.
So how was your reaction when you saw yourself, the kind of heart and soul you have given?
I was very scared because even in the first half, Umar is very less seen. Only when the second half starts, he's everywhere. He's back to back coming and constantly investigating, interrogating, and he's trying to figure out what is happening wrong until end. And especially when that bonus scene comes at the end of the film, it's like it's cherry on the cake.
Mm-hmm. And so, how happy you think that this film is not just about the 2 leads or 3 leads? It's all about entire star cast. Everybody talking about every character.
Yeah.
This is very rare for any film. What do you think about that?
Oh, you're absolutely right. I think every character got its due because it's written so well. So, which is why if anybody will ask me, or they keep asking me, who's the real Dhurandhar, I say the script is the real Dhurandhar, the director is the real Dhurandhar, because they've made it everything look so easy and comfortable.
So, what next? I'm sure there are a lot of filmmakers are approaching. I'm sure you're getting a lot of auditions. What exactly is happening?
I'm in a middle process. I have some auditions happening. I have some people that I'm talking to, meeting, but there is nothing substantial that as such closed. But it's all in the process, and if something will happen, I will definitely love to share. And as an actor, you always want to do something better than what you've done. So this time, would not like to disappoint the audience and make sure whatever you do which is best and in the best of the capacity.
You work with 2 amazing directors, Hansal Mehta and Aditya Dhar.
Yes.
Will you talk about their direction style in a different way? I mean, how different they are?
Yeah, Omerta was less days spent on set, so didn't get that much time to spend with the director also. But yes, both of them are leaders of their own territory. I mean, one operates in a different space, one operates in a different space. And Hansal sir is very, very organic, believes in a lot of improv and bringing the scene out from the actors. However, Aditya sir is very detailed. They say now the peak detailing by Aditya Dhar. He writes his screenplay so beautifully that even if you just read it, you will get to know what the scene is like. He would make sure that the small nuances of the scenes are well mentioned. Everything is so detailed that you get to know as an actor that what is expected out of me. So yes, best of both the worlds. So far so good. Looking forward to work with the third one who's equally good and can add a lot of value.
Also, Sanjay Rai seems to be like, I mean, how that stakes you have taken, was there a fear in you sometimes like, yeah, मैं अपने shot गलत नहीं कर सकता because I'm working with Sanjay Dutt.
कई बार हुआ. It happened.
Tell
You
us
know,
about that.
sometimes there was a scene that I had to kind of pass on a phone to him while we were hitting Rahman. I was had to pass on the phone to Sanjay sir, and every time the timing was not matching. So he was supported once, twice, thrice. कह रहे, अबे लाले जल्दी से करना. Because it's getting late. You're losing on the light. The crew is there. So, but I always take it with a lot of love, and because if your seniors won't teach you, who else will? And when you got to surrender when you are working with actors like them, our director like them, because their intent is to bring the best out of you. So you have to take it positively and just move on.
And nothing is more beautiful than the director's compliment to an actor.
Yes.
I'm sure Aditya Dhar spoke something to you about your
He texted me something interesting on WhatsApp. I think I kind of wished him someday, and he just wrote some beautiful words about the performance. He said, "Thanks for being my Omar Haider and making the performance and making it and doing it for so much of elan and grace." He mentioned something on these lines. So I remember his text, and I've kept it for me, because any day when you will feel low, or you feel what is expected out of you, you go back to those messages, you read them, and I think they ignites a fire in you which motivates you to do much better work what you've done before.
You're a new actor in the industry, and so does Sara.
Yes.
And you have a very interesting scene with her in the film as well.
Yes.
So how do you see her, the budding actor?
She is a beautiful person. Sara belongs to films. She's been a child actor. She's done a lot of work, but she's so humble, polite, and she knows her job so well that you can't just say that she's a newcomer. Anybody who's watching Sara's performance would not say she's a newcomer. Maybe by the face or the screen, people would take little time to recognize that, oh, she's a newcomer, but she's a marvelous person, beautiful heart, and a great person. I remember doing this scene with her when we were discussing this scene. How do we want to approach this scene? We both had a lovely chat on improvising this scene and how can we make it better. And I think it's one of the best scenes of Dhurandhar Part 2, which me and Yelena have done.
Now you just mentioned part 3, so how it is shaping up?
Oh, there is no Part 3 yet, but yes, obviously the last scene has been teased. Everybody wants to see more from Dhurandhar, but I leave it to our director Aditya Dhar sir. He is the man who would know what is best to be done, and if there would be anything and the right time would come, he will make sure the announcement is out.
How hungry as an actor you have become, because you have tasted the meat now.
Yeah. I think once you taste it, you really want to do more, and you want to get better. I have changed a lot of habits in me. I was little healthier while I approached for Omar Haider's character. Now I have started working on a lot of things. Adi sir have asked me to work on your stamina, your fitness levels, so that you can approach more characters and not stay particular to a certain type or become stereotype to a particular casting area. So I am working on that. Hunger in particular is 100% a notch higher now, because you always want to explore more characters now, work with more directors who can make you more versatile person as an actor, and you take back home something.
Do you think Dhurandhar has changed this history of Indian cinema?
Truly, I truly feel that. I think audience feels that, and I get a lot of messages on my social media handles that people mention on Instagram that we've not seen something like this before, and not just this, they're that confident that they say, I don't think we can see anything like this ever again. So they don't want this universe to end. They don't want the film to end, because once Dhurandhar will end, it will end. They don't know what's next. That will keep them exciting, because in this 3 months when the film was not out, everybody was discussing only about the film, that what it is going to be like, what are the events, how are they going to turn. So it was such an excitement at all levels, but now I think that will come to a pause. But sometimes they say a pause is good for a better start, so we'll take it like that.
There are a lot of people, there are few people, I'm not saying a lot, but few people who think it is a propaganda, it is showing something which is just promoting the government, developing. What is your answer to that?
So I've been saying this to a lot of people, that audience is in theatre. There are no seats available. There are no, there's chaos outside. Everybody is loving it. A couple of them here and there, they're talking. They have a right to talk. They have a right to express their opinion. Intelligent filmmaker has audience with him. Propaganda has certain few people who want to talk about it. So what can we say about them? They have their right to express. We have our right to make a cinema. It all depends on the audience. They say voice of people is the voice of God. So if people have chosen Dhurandhar as their film, so the film is obviously for them and not a propaganda.
So what next coming from you?
I'm looking forward to do some amazing characters, try different platforms, and in talks with certain people for new things. But how it's going to turn, what is going to shape, and what's going to come next, for that we'll have to wait a little.
So, but you have to maintain the Dhurandhar's to head. I'm sure a lot of people come with an expectation of Dhurandhar with many.
Absolutely.
Do you have that? Do you have to maintain that kind of?
I would always love to maintain that. You know, you don't want to disappoint your audience because you are there for to entertain them, to make sure that you do good work. So right now the curiosity is to do a lot more workshops, improve yourself as an actor, get into the detailing of things, sharpen your skills, and then once some great opportunity comes in, you really take it with all pride and honesty, and you do a great job to it.
Lastly, you know, few days back, 2 days back, you had all the Star Plus came together for
Yes.
screening. How
Yes.
was the fun? And
Beautiful. It was grandeur. It was the extravaganza, I would say. All the stars under one roof, all the actors under one roof, amazing technicians. This was the only chance we all got to be together, because while we were shooting, everybody had a different schedule. We were all traveling here and there. Some people were in Thailand, Amritsar, here, there, Bombay. So yes, it was all chaos. It was all a lot of work happening. But this day we celebrated Dhurandhar. We celebrated the spirit of Dhurandhar with the team of Dhurandhar, and especially with that charm that this movie is going to last in the memories of people forever.
thank you so much, Aditya, and wish you all the best.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for talking.